Minecraft building, easily the most recognizable aspect of Minecraft gameplay. The core idea of Minecraft is building. Minecraft was made for making houses, constructing rivers, building cities, creating underground mansions, making castles, also making plain and boring houses that nobody cares about.
No! God, please, no!
7 simple tips and tricks that you can use to impress your friends and massively improve your building quality, such as decorating walls, making stylish interiors, adding creative ceilings, and many simple techniques that you can use in your Minecraft world. Let's begin with the single most overlooked part of Minecraft building, the shape of a house. It is absolutely crucial to have a different and interesting shape to your build, or else it would just look dull and like everyone else, uninspiring. A beginner's mistake is usually making a house square. It would be much more interesting if you make it at least an L shape, or even adding different curves and turns to the house. Try to make it irregular and mostly non-symmetrical. A simple way to do so is adding an angle every 4 to 5 blocks. With a good shape, we can really begin to make the house better. Starting by the blocks of choices, make sure you use good blocks to craft the house. For example, making sure you're not using diamond or gold blocks, netherrack, obsidian, or wool for the house. The blocks that I recommend using in a basic Minecraft house is a log, planks, cobblestone, stairs, slabs, fence, and glass. They are some really good blocks when used appropriately, but really make sure to use them appropriately. Because if you use glass for the wall or for the ceiling, it just looks terrible. Glass is only for the windows, and you use cobblestone and planks to do the walls and the other stuff. Make sure to have a decent variety of these blocks. By variety, I mean different type, so like spruce plank and birch planks, oak plank, dark oak planks, but also don't use too much. For example, you should use at least 2 types of planks and maybe 2 types of slabs and maybe 3 types of stairs in your build, including cobblestone stair. But not every single wood type is suitable for your specific creation, so always make sure you choose wisely and carefully. It is best to use oak log for logs, but other categories are easier to choose because they all look pretty nice in different situations. And also, never use colored glass unless you're on a colored theme build. For my third tip, it is quite simple, but also very important to any kind of build. Making sure that anywhere that a player can go in should be at least 5 blocks tall in height. The houses that I build usually has 8 to 10 blocks in height, so the players can run and jump freely without bumping their heads. Anything below 4 blocks can really cause a lot of unwanted irritation, so it's best to avoid this simple mistake. For my 4th tip, it's mainly regarding the gravity in Minecraft. Minecraft mainly does not have any gravity. Blocks can float freely in the air and physics just doesn't work. But that doesn't mean you should leave blocks floating. Since our human eyes like familiar things, for example a bridge, it is crucial to add a support beneath your bridge, since it looks more natural and generally better. If you have a huge overhang in your Minecraft house, you should add at least a bit of support in the bottom, or else it just looks really strange and unnatural. This rule applies to all builds except for intentional floating builds like a spaceship or a planet or a plane, because they are supposed to be flying. Now to my 5th tip, block randomization, also known as terraforming. Always make sure that you don't have a plain surface. It's boring. Always make sure that you have a variation of blocks on the surface, but also beware of over-randomization, over-terraforming. If you have too much different blocks in a small area, it makes everything worse. I think that you should have at least 5 to 10 times of a block in a surface, which means that if you want to texture a 10 times 10 area, you should have at least 12 to 15 types of different blocks. Also, note that texturing attempts to make the build more rough, but not crazy.
Go crazy! Go stupid! Go crazy! Go stupid! Go crazy! Yeah!
Number 6. Interior designs. Even for more experienced players, the interior design could sometimes still be a problem. Let's just say you have a great looking exterior of a house, but inside it's completely empty, so you have no idea what to do with it. Many beginners will just put a couple of furnitures in a corner in a massive house, which is significantly disappointing and wasting all the space that it has. What I recommend doing is adding rooms and paths, and like maybe add a hall in the middle, adding staircase, go to different sides if you have a giant house. Which is why I also do not recommend new players to build a giant house. It's better to start small, because if you have too big and you have nothing inside, it's pointless. You can also add really cool things in your Minecraft house that you could never have in the real world. For example, a massive aquarium, a glass floor filled with lava, a personal library with a secret room, a secret entrance, a greenhouse with custom plants, an underground mineshaft. You can fit a lot of things in a small house if you did it with precision and planning.
Nice.
Which directly leads me to my last but definitely not least advice on Minecraft building: planning and researching. Preparation for a build is important. Make sure you watch other people build the type of structures that you are constructing for inspirations. Don't copy them, but definitely take them for inspirations. Watch tutorials for small details that can help you build. Plan on where you're building it, how you're building it, and its general purpose. Is it a survival house? Is it an underwater city? Is it a cave house, a tree house, or a village inside a forest? Make sure you have more than enough materials if you're doing it in survival. It is the absolute worst thing to happen to you when you're building and then you suddenly realize you don't have enough blocks. It completely breaks the workflow. And finally, do you have enough time and will to finish the project that you started? An unfinished build is the worst. So here are my 7 most important tips and tricks to improve your Minecraft build. If you found any of these advices helpful, please like this video, and if you dislike these tips, feel free to dislike and make sure to comment for suggestions and opinions. My name is Karsten, see you in the next one.